Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm talking about how today I'm talking about my honest review about South Vietnam. So, how in Saigon, how I was shocked and it was a crazy experience. But in when I went to South Vietnam, I'm gonna break this video into 3 videos: South Vietnam, Central Vietnam, and Northern Vietnam. South Vietnam was actually my least favorite out of them all. Central and Northern Vietnam are pretty tied, but I don't have to go more into detail. I'll explain why South Vietnam kind of wasn't for me. It was cool to visit, but not to like live. I started in Kimpot and went to Bhutan, and Bhutan was crazy. Like I talked about it previously in my other video, but I had a crazy experience because I met my dad there, and my partner was with me in Bhutan as well. And during this time, like, my dad like disappeared. So I talked about it in the previous video, but basically like we got out of this water park and he disappeared, and this Vietnamese lady, she drove my dad into incoming traffic because his scooter wasn't working, and helped and got his scooter fixed and everything, because we were far. Like, Bhutan is like a large island, so if you drive a scooter, it's like we were like in the middle of the island, so it was like really hidden and it was really cool, but he like disappeared. I thought someone kidnapped him, so it was crazy. And then we went to the water park in Bhutan, and it was crazy. It was just, maybe it was the time we went, but it was just really overstimulating, people climbing on your head. So after Bhutan, we went to Saigon, and Saigon is crazy. Like, crossing the road is just crazy every second, overstimulating. Like, every time you get up at 5 or 11 in the city, it's always crazy. Like, yeah, we were in District 1, that's crazy, because it's divided into districts, but even the outside districts are still kind of crazy compared to like in a Western country, So if you're a Western person, you can get a 90-day e-visa, so you can stay in Vietnam for 90 days. So that was cool. And then Saigon, it was just crazy, like crossing the street, and my dad was having a hard time, and it was just too much for him. So after that, so we started in Bhutan, went in Saigon or Ho Chi Minh. Then we went to Dalat, and everyone is hyping up Dalat, but I think Dalat is like Saigon in a cold region. Like, it's crazy. It's like Saigon. It's a crazy experience. Like, in Saigon, you have to watch every second you might get killed by a scooter, so you just gotta walk really slow or put your hand up and watch the person, give them eye contact, and then walk slowly in Saigon. And I decided to drive a scooter in Saigon, and it was crazy experience. Almost killed me. Walking in Saigon almost killed me, and driving a scooter almost killed me, but it was fine. But I didn't know that in Vietnam you have to have an international driver's license, and sometimes it can be a problem too. So the police will waive you, but I don't know, it's like mixed reviews, because right now I'm in Cambodia. Like, you don't need a driver's license if the scooter's under 150 cc. Yeah, so you don't need a driver's license for a scooter for that. So after that, then we were in Dalat, and it was crazy too. It's like Saigon in the mountains, and I'm like, man, I couldn't get away from this. So, and then as well, like after that, we went to Nong Tang, and Nong Tang was just crazy. It was like a crappier Da Nang in my experience. Like, it was beautiful, but it was just people everywhere. Maybe it was the season. We went there in summertime, at this time when I went there. And then after that, then we came back, and my dad, he left from Dalat. He flew out, and we went to Nong Tang. Me and my partner went there, and it was a crazy experience, and I'm glad we got out of there. It's not on my bucket list to come back. I thought it was like crappier Da Nang. I don't know why people hype it up. Maybe because it's very cheap. It was very cheap. We could stay in a nice 4-star hotel for like $20 with breakfast, probably $20-$30, So after that, we went to Con Dao. Con Dao is a hidden gem. It was my favorite place in the South region. I guess it would be considered South. It's an island off of Saigon, so you have to fly there or take a ferry. But Con Dao was great. The only problem was, after a while, you have to rotate off the island. So maybe like 3 months is a lot, but we were there for about a month. I was gonna do scuba diving, but the scuba diving, there's a couple reasons why I didn't go forward with the scuba diving in Con Dao. And Con Dao, from what I read, is the best place to do scuba diving in all of Vietnam. So I go there, and I want to get my dive master, right? And the problem is that the Vietnamese, unfortunately, don't take care of like under the water. Everything's like overfished, and the reef's destroyed and everything. And we can blame it all on climate change or whatever, but the problem is when we go under the ocean and scuba dive, everything that you want to see is in the market in Condal. Like everything, every fish, parrotfish, they eat parrotfish here, they eat starfish. Like when I was walking around Nong Teng in Condal, they like eat starfish. They like stir fry it. So that was like crazy experience, you know? And in the south, they don't eat dog. But in the north, I know this is very controversial, but in the north and some parts of the middle, they eat dog. Like if you go to the market, there's dog for sale. It's kind of crazy. But in the south, not really. But I saw them stir fry starfish. So that was pretty crazy. I didn't know you could eat starfish, you know? And like Condal is way better than Pukan. Pukan is like overhyped. I don't know why people like it. It's just like too much. And I feel like the people in the south of Vietnam are like very like, in my opinion, not as nice. They're not as respectful. Like they're more likely to climb on your head and just like a dog eat world. That's kind of why I don't like Vietnam compared to Cambodia. Like Cambodia is like better. Like people are less likely to climb on your head. Like yeah, you have some crazy people, but not like everyone climbing on your head. Or you know, it's less crazy, you know. But Condal was good, but the issue was the island was great. I recommend like go there for 3 days if you're gonna visit, or a week. It's awesome. It doesn't have as nice white sandy beaches, but they're like more brown. But the water is beautiful. But the issue is when I did the scuba diving, they didn't have a hyperbolic time chamber. So if you got basically the bends, you know, like problem, basically like CO2. You go down too fast and come up, you can get paralyzed. So you have to stay in this hyperbolic time chamber. So the issue was that when I was in Condal, they didn't have one. And then the scuba diving wasn't that good. And then the people that I was with, I'm not gonna name names, were not like, I didn't trust them with my life in this situation because it was a very remote island. So if you got hurt, they would have to fly you or get on a fisherman boat to Saigon. Not even to Saigon, to one of the cities out there. So it was crazy. So the top highlight, a hidden gem, was Condal. I love Condal. And the bottom is probably Saigon and then Pukan, because like at least Pukan you can get out of it, but Saigon is just crazy all the time. Like yeah, it's cool to visit, but I wouldn't live there, and it's this crazy experience. But actually my least favorite, I think, was probably South Vietnam. Condal was nice, but it had like problems, you know. Pukan could be great, but they're overdeveloping the island. They built like this crazy water park and cable cars everywhere and fake Disneyland and fake Italy, you know. That's kind of like the negative, and everyone's like hyping it up like it's good to travel, but if you're gonna live in a region, it's very different living there than like vacationing there. So that's kind of my thoughts. I'm gonna break Vietnam into 3 parts: South Vietnam, Central Vietnam, and Northern Vietnam, and talk about like which one is best for what, you know. And it depends on you. Like South Vietnam is, if you like chaos and you like craziness, yeah, like Saigon's cool. You walk around, you may end up in a concert, or you know, driving a scooter is like very overstimulating, you know, but do that at your own risk. Walking across the street is very overstimulating. In the West, in America, it's very like domesticated, very like sterile. You know, it's not like crazy like that, you know. And some people may love it, some people may not. So yeah, some people either hate or love Saigon, you know. But it's good, you know. And some people love Dalat, and I don't know why people hype up Dalat. The cool thing about Vietnam is there's a lot of hidden places that are not hyped up. Like it's a big country, and it's as big as Japan, and it's a lot of logistics. So yeah, that's why I gotta break it down into 3 videos, or this video will turn into an hour. But that's kind of my thoughts on South Vietnam. See ya.